चलो. Long ago, a young man who lived in a village found his life full of problems and sufferings, quarrels, ill feelings, jealous, enemy, all were part of everyday life there. So he left his house and went to jungle to live by himself. There he made a nice little hut with woods, bamboo, and reeds. I am here, said the man himself. But one day he found some mice in his hut. The little creature soon made holes in his blanket, so he brought a cat to kill the mice. The cat needed milk, so he brought a cow. The cow needed grass and hay, so he brought a cow hen. The cow hen needed food, so he took a wife to cook meals. Then children were born to them, and the man found himself again in a family. So nobody can live alone unless that person is either an angel or a devil. People need food, shelter, companies, and help. They need to look after each others, and if they live in a family or community, their needs can be fulfilled. Hence, living in society can make people good and happy citizens. To be a good citizen, you have to prepare yourself to good work in society. Well, then how can you prepare yourself? First, you need knowledge. Today's society is knowledge based. Without having knowledge of modern science, technologies, including ICT and other necessary subjects, you will have difficulty living a good life. The other areas you as a good citizen should have knowledge about are our country, its constitution, geography and people, our state, its executives and legislative powers, our judicial system, our government and its structure and function, our history, cultural, traditional, literature and moral values and religions, our social economic activities and education systems. Second, you need skill to do things. Knowledge is not enough. You must be able to apply your knowledge to do things particularly. Finally, knowing and doing things will bring about a change in our behavior towards others. This behavioral change will show your attitudes towards others. That is, it will show how you think and feel about a person or thing. Let's take an example. Suppose you as a student need to know about group work in the classroom. So you ask yourself or your teacher or anything else, what is group work, or you may find about in it a book. In this way you may know or you may have the knowledge about group work. To do group work, the class has to be divided into groups. Each group is to do some tasks given by the teacher or in the textbook. The group's members will discuss and share ideas and points, and finally one member will write the answer. Then you start working in groups, in which groups you take turn discussion point and answering question. In this way you can actually do the task. Your teacher may monitor and help you to do the work. Lastly, through regular group work, it is expected that there will be noticeable changes in your behavior. Possible changes are: you will develop the skill of speaking freely in English with your classmate and teacher. Your shyness will gradually disappear. You will develop the attitude of helping and cooperating with each other. You will learn to behave in a democratic way. Most importantly, this behavioral change taking place in you inside the classroom will be carried over outside the classroom in real life situation. Ronnie's mother gave him 50 taka to buy salt and chilies. On his way to the market, Ronnie found a poor passerby trying to hold a boy up who was lying on the road groaning. Coming near, Ronnie said that it was his classmate Tanim, who was hit by a speeding motorbike. Immediately he stopped a baby taxi and took Tanim to a clinic. From there he phoned Tanim's parents. When they came to the clinic, Ronnie returned home without the salt and chilies he has used to the money to pay the taxi driver. A responsibility is a duty or an obligation to do something. For example, you have the responsibility to attend school and pursue your studies properly, to take care of your parents in their old age, and so on. You also have responsibility to your society and the government to help any neighbor in trouble, or to cast your vote if you are 18 or over. A responsibility is also an obligation or a duty not to do something. For an example, you have the responsibility not to steal steal a book from a public library or not to peel up your building's materials on the footpath. There are these are your responsibility as citizen, but there are responsibilities of government as well. Our government has the responsibility to provide for its citizens the basic necessities of life, including food, clothing, shelters, education, and medical care. The government also has the responsibility to protect the fundamental rights of its citizens, which include freedom of speech and expression, freedom of the press, freedom of the religious, equality of the all view of law.